Once again, good morning Cebu, and we are on our second topic. No, this is another special Kapihan forum because we have back-to-back episodes sa ato ang weekly Kapihan sa PIA forum. So we are here at the Plenary Hall of Ramon Aboitiz Foundation Incorporated, one of the strongest partners sa PIA when it comes to advocacy, no? Sending a public information drive na kinahanglang maabot ng mga information dito sa atong public, no, sa community. So for our first forum kaniha, we tackle the rights of the children, especially child protection policy na naana karon, no, sa DepEd. And this time we are also discussing another right, no, another set of rights. And I know that for a long time now, daghan na kaya to ang mga advocates for ato ang mga brothers and sisters who have kanang developmental and physical nato, no, nga mga disabilities in the PWD sector. And I know na naani sila daghan pong mga of course calls, no, for support and cooperation, not only for the government agencies but also for the public as well. So ang ato ang ikaduha karon nga topic is all about the 30 is in line with the 38th National Disability Prevention and Rehabilitation Week. So this is being observed every year. And for our set of panelists karon, I'd like to introduce them first, no? Of course, kaning ato ang unang, the one that I will be introducing first is not a stranger to PIA. Partner na po siya sa PIA for several years now, no? Usa sa mga mahusgano na accessibility advocate not only in Cebu but I know nationwide also, no? Si Miss Adela ko, no? Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to our Kapihan sa PIA.
Good morning, Ms. Rachel. Thank you very much for having us this morning.
Yes, it's our pleasure, no? And of course, naapod nato kauban ato ang mag-sister in Eulonia, Laplana. Ano sa imuhang nickname, sister? Because Sister Erin, okay. Mas dali siya mahinumduman, no? Of course, from the Hospitali Sisters. She will be discussing later on the rights of the mentally ill. So, maayong buntag ni mo din, sister. Yes, and of course, niapod atong kauban, who will tell us and who will discuss, no, later the rights of the deaf, si Janice Aparri, and together with her is ang iyahang interpreter who will be the one voicing, no, iyahang concerns, si Suzette Luz. So Janice and Suzette, maayong buntag.
Good morning also, maayong buntag and buntag.
Yes, thank you. No, it's our pleasure to have you with us for this Kapihan. So kini si Rachel na siya once again, gikan sa Philippine Information Agency, and we are on our second special Kapihan sa PIA forum. So I'd like to start with Miss Adela, no, of course, a little backgrounder, Ma'am Adela, why it's so important, especially karon ang theme, no, sa ato ang NDPR week is katungod sa mga PWDs, Ipatuman now na. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Rachel. Yes, there is such an urgency for the rights to be respected already because rights of persons with disabilities for a long time have always been denied to many. And consider that there are 650 million people around the world who live with disabilities. And if you consider the extended families, there's about 2 million people who daily experience the lives of disabled persons. So we're the world's largest and most disadvantaged minority actually. And so there's really a need for a convention. So the United Nations came up with a convention on the rights of persons with disabilities because PWDs are still primarily viewed as objects of welfare and not rights holders. And so there was really a need for an instrument that would bind state countries to really come up with measures to ensure that those fundamental rights of persons with disabilities are protected and promoted.
So, Ma'am Adela, like here sa Philippines, a little siguro tanaw natin sa situationer nato. When it comes to I wouldn't want to call it compliance probably, pero murag ang understanding and acceptance siguro ang when it comes to PWD sector nato sa Philippines.
I think there's a growing recognition of the rights because the sector has become very active over the past decade. However, it's still far from ideal, and especially one very basic right that's always being violated are within the family. Many family members tend to deny the right of the PWD to choose. For example, to choose the food that he eats, to choose the time that to even go out, and he even go out or not. Everything is the stronger family member is the one who always decides for the person with disability as to what he can eat, what he can wear, where he can go, and always there's that limitation.
So mismo ang parents, no? They need to be, the parents of kanang mga PWDs, they need to be, they need to undergo
They need to understand
awareness.
Yes, they need to understand that persons with disabilities have a mind of their own, and they should be encouraged to exercise their own choices in life. So,
Do we still have kanang, I remember I've been hosting a lot of Kapihan now, that every year we tackle the PWD na issue, no? And I remember before na naatay cases where the parents would imprison, dili nila pagawson because out of embarrassment and also siguro out of not knowing how to deal with it in public. They don't want it's either embarrassment or because they love the too much, no, their children, their PWD child, and dito nila ganan i-expose po o public ridicule, so they don't allow their PWD children to go out and have a life basically. Naalang sulod sa panimalay, sumura gitawag siya nga nagpriso, di nila pagawson. So,
yes.
Do we still have those cases?
Yes, there are still those cases. No? It's very sad because it's really born out of the parents or the family's ignorance on how to deal with the situation. They don't really know how to look for help, the right kind of help from the right kind of people. And so that's another basic right, the freedom for the PWD to go around. In fact, the freedom also for an accessible environment. I mean, the right towards an accessible environment. Because a lot of other freedoms cannot be exercised because it's hinged on the curtailment of the right to accessibility. For example, how the right to education, how do you even educate a child first when the child cannot even go to school because the right to transportation is also denied. Or even the right to have a companion. Like I need a companion wherever I go. I have to travel as two people. And sometimes there have been times when I feel my right to join a particular assembly has been curtailed because I should not be bringing a personal assistant or I should not be tagging along someone.
Okay.
So
So
even
that's
that,
also an issue.
I have experienced that a couple of times. In other advanced countries such as Japan, it's a given that if you're severely disabled, you have a personal assistant with you, and therefore that's covered by all the budgets, and that's covered because it's a matter of course. But here, it is still considered a kind of imposition on the organizer if I bring someone.
If you bring someone with
So
you.
that can disqualify me
I
from
see.
certain representations.
So, I never thought of it like that though, because ang spotlight over the years has always been on the accessibility and kanang-kana o being object of welfare, no, rather than being a productive member of the community. So when it comes to, especially sa accessibility, Adela, I know that RAFI, the RAFI building is really PWD friendly. They're accessible to
Let me say something there. It's very important because I really would like to publicly acknowledge Eduardo Boype Study Center because they have really complied with the technical requirements of universal design. I was the one who guided them, and they really I had pictures very recently from Miss Evelyn Nacario because I was backing for the UNS camp meeting on September to be held here, and I wanted to hold the event because we talk about disability inclusive risk reduction management. And so I wanted a place that was completely accessible because we also need to patronize those places that have made efforts to make their building very accessible. And I'm very proud to say that RAFI has joined one of those buildings that are very, very universally friendly.
Yeah,
for
PWD friendly, which is
and
why,
I'd like to thank them.
yes, thank you all. I don't know, I don't think Ma'am Naxi is here na, but maato na mapaabot nila, no, also si Sir Eduardo Aboitis. And how about sa uban, Ma'am Adela, when it comes to especially public, kaning mga government na to, ng mga buildings, because I know that being the PWDs, they also have transactions to complete, to do, no? So, unsa may assessment so far, especially Cebu City, because it's one of the biggest urban cities?
Well, it has been very challenging on the government part. I mean, I'll have to be very honest and straightforward in saying that one of the violators is mismo the government. DSWD complied fairly recently, mga siguro 3-4 years ago. But in their subsequent projects, for example, in making their toilets disabled friendly, nagkasayop-sayop, no? So and the same thing with provincial capital, they're also buying for us to hold the UNS Cup meeting there. So I wanted these pictures on how their accessibility is doing, but it's not complete. It's never followed to the technical detail, and that is a sad part because we don't understand why it's so important to make the design standardized.
Yes.
Because, our human anatomy is so standard also. I mean, in a way, our human ergonomics is standard in a way. So, that is supposed to be, that's why it's called universal design. It's supposed to fit everyone, even if you're tall or short, whatever race you come from. It's supposed to be like that. But kahit magugulo, pardon me, but I have to say this, kahit magugulo ang Pilipino, walang digyo, mag-isod yun.
Madugay-dugay pa.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm just monitoring because we already passed the law.
But you're over the years, there has been improvement.
Definitely, there has been an improvement. The ramps, if you will notice, have become very gentle. 12 years ago, we did a forum for 50 architects, and we brought them a makeshift ramp that was very, very steep for a demonstration purpose.
Okay.
And then they complained, that ramp is so steep. I said, I'm out here, I brought this ramp here because I want you to experience that these are the kinds of ramps you're making for us.
Yes.
So now you will experience it. I brought several wheelchairs together with Cebu Doc. They facilitated it. Cebu Doctors University students helped to facilitate that simulation. And so from then on, the architects understood that, these ramps are impossible to use. So since that time, I noticed there's been a very big improvement. But the next thing that is very important are the toilets, because ramps only make PWDs or wheelchairs come in and out of the building. But what makes a person with disability really stay in the building to pursue a meaningful activity like education, employment, recreation is the toilets.
Yes,
so we need to really, that's what I'm doing now. I'm really putting a keen eye on how the toilets are being implemented.
And that's a big, everyone uses the toilets, diba?
Yes.
So,
because
it's a big
especially
issue.
We have already the barrier, where Cebu province and Cebu city is the only province and city that has passed the barrier-free tourism ordinance.
Okay.
I want to say.
So, that means the hotels, the tourist spots, they're all barrier-free access.
It's the accredited hotels under the Department of Tourism has also the DOT has also kindly included in their accreditation requirements the technical requirements of universal design.
Okay, that's good to know, no? At least those ato ang mga PWDs want to visit these places, they're not closed off to them because they can still enjoy it at the same time.
Ang problema lang yun, daghan yung kay mali-mali.
Mali-mali nga kinalan. I think that's the next step for how before I move on, no, kay Sister and kay Janice, probably Ma'am Adela, how active is the PWD sector when it comes to sa inyong group?
There are very many active PWDs, but in terms of accessibility, I see very
Very
technical man good.
It's
very technical. So not everybody has a very technical mind. So it's and then because I was lucky because I got special training on it. I will use it, of course. But not every PWD is well versed on accessible environments. They know when it's hamugaway, when it's nice to use, it's convenient. But you cannot ask them for the technical requirements because they're not trained.
But of course, naatay mga PWD groups, aside from the accessibility, that are, it's an active community.
Yes, they're very active already.
Sige, so, arita kang sister, kaning rights of the mentally ill. Sakto ba ko, sister? Yes. So, unsa maning ato ang mga katungod ani sa naaba ba tayo balaod? Do we have a document, ani, sister, na ay balaod, ani, na nagprotektar sa mga katungod nila?
Yes, as I have known, so I'm not really familiar with the
Or naatay,
balaod rights.
Mm-mm.
It was supposed to be Dr.
Oo,
Adela.
nagmuto gisod ko madala, nag-gate crash si Doc Ganiha. Oo, pero sa may mga katungod nga.
Dr. Robert told me also, then what I know also, because we are taking care of the mentally challenged.
The mentally
Only with the
challenged.
congregation, hospital sisters
Yeah.
are taking care of the mentally challenged.
Mm-mm.
The first rights is the dignity. We know the dignity of the person. Because the mentally patients or the mentally challenged is also like us. So, because each one is also a unique person.
Mm-mm.
And then we are image and likeness of God. So the
Yes.
mentally challenged, they also like us, but because of their sickness. So that's why we protect the rights of dignity. And then the next one is the rights of confidentiality.
Okay, unsa na ka nagdili ipahibaw ang
Because they have the family na
oo.
they have to ask just like a secret, because especially the birthrates.
So dili nato pwede i-announce kung kinsa ang nasa iyong
Unless with
facility.
the family, with the approval of the family.
Pwede siya. Oh,
If
so,
the family, just like here in the television or in the radio, if the family is
dili sila
dili
musubod.
so
Dili pwede.
dili pwede. So that's why we need the confidentiality.
Okay.
So that is the second rights. So the third is regarding the economic.
Okay.
Because the economic, especially the mentally challenged now, is really very poor. So mostly that kind of sickness. That's why we can see in the streets, di ba? Na they are
Nanaan sila
sa mga dalan. Tungkol because of the first is the medicine na they cannot afford.
Oo.
The medicine, the food, the shelter, and the home for the
Okay,
family.
I think siguro, sister, ka na sa family, kung na ay mentally challenged na member, unsa may dapat kay, gipagawas or murag gipalayas, na amo ba na mahitabo? Damang na makitan sa kadalanan ni
Paano nga sa kadalanan, kasi ang ibang family dito, murag dili nila tagaan o pagtagaan.
Oo.
The first is we need really to understand, to take care, to love, to care, especially the compassionate.
So, pwede nilang dalon sa inyo, ha? Ang galing. Kung na ay mga nasa family members na yung mentally
Dili lang
challenged.
dito sa amo, because in the government, we know the Vicente Soto.
So, dito sa
sila pwede kung especially sa public,
Oo.
especially Dr. Obra is the
Oo.
director there.
Yeah, dito.
So,
Dito sa dadon.
Dadon dito. Pero if they want because sa amo is a private institution.
Private na. Sa inyo nga, sister, how many kalon are you taking care of?
Now, the in-house, we are 13.
13?
30.
3-0. Umay to daily sila.
That is the bed capacity for the in-house. We call in-house. But we have also the daycare program. The daycare program, we call that one, example, the therapy. We go there only 8 in the morning, then after 2 o'clock, they will send to home.
Kaya baka nag-daycare para ni sa mga adults sa ilaha.
Adult from 16 or from 18 to 16.
Sige, tawag lang siya nga daycare.
Day,
Okay,
so,
ganun
hindi
din
lang yung day sa bata.
daycare, mga bata ang masulod, no? Ma-associate. But this is a program that you offer for
Yeah, we
them.
offer.
Part of the therapy nga inyong
Especially the charity, for the charity.
Okay. Pero kani siya, open ni siya even to those na wala sa inyong
Yes.
sa inyong sa hospital.
But we only take until 50 for the day center.
Ang sabihin na mo cater to above ng anak.
But depende the situation.
Kani
So as a
in-house,
social worker, I am the one who always dito sila
i-process. Oo. Pero ang in-house niyo, nagkadaghan ba di siya every year?
every year, because sometimes the other is only 3 days, 5 days, depende because especially for the pharmacotherapy, mauna din ang mauna. Then depend also the doctor, the order of the doctor.
So kanang 30, ano gina siya? Diha gina sa inyo, nag-stay gina sila
Pero
diha.
sa karon wala din sila nag 30, 25 because they are in and out. Special now, they have somebody in, then tomorrow
Mawala na po, lahi na po.
lahi na
So,
po.
it's a
In and out.
in and out ng 30,
Yeah.
pero average siguro ang
Ang average
30.
30 bed capacity.
I know this is charity, pero I don't know, do you require them to, ang family especially, na ba ihatag sa inyong mga, is it for free or ang kanang
Yung 30 na in-house, they have the payment. Sample that, because they have the private room, the wardroom, and the wardroom, depende the family can afford. Because they
okay.
have also the private and
But
semi-private.
also for the medicines, no?
Yeah.
Is, yeah.
Ang we take care good is pharmacotherapy. Then, for the sisters, we have the spiritual enhancement because they need also to spiritualize, because we cannot also heal through medicine only, but because of
Yeah.
love, that
Yeah.
care and understanding.
And that will heal faster actually compared to the medicine. Mas maayo ang tao sa inyo na nga environment. How many kamo sisters staff, how many are you that's taking care of the 30?
We have the one director, the doctor, the psychiatrist, Dr. Costas. We have 8 nurses. Then plus we have also 8 sisters. Because, yeah, because they have in the administration, just like I am assigned in the social service, the psychologist department, the OT department, then some other sisters.
Sa mga offices. What's the youngest kanang pinakabata nga nasa inyo under your care karon?
Sa karon na yung na in-house,
Sa in-house?
20.
The
20 to
20.
22, like that one.
Ang oldest would be
60 or 65.
yung kadaghanan babae or lalaki?
Mostly now is the male.
Ang mga lalaki ang
They are 15. Ang female, they are only 10.
Okay. So, hindi ko na si Dr. kay
Yeah,
magpapala ko
kasi
na nabatoy connection ang no? Because I think sa data-wise, medyo kulang pa manggod when it comes to documentation sa mentally challenged, no? How many are they? And kanang total, because siguro lisod po kay, wala lisod mo sila i-monitor na sila karon din, na po sa sadalan the next day niya, mawala na lang, anak niya. I think the families are also, some of the families are also not monitoring, no, the activities sa ilahang mentally challenged na mga members ng household. So, nana ko'y pangutan nagdugang ni mo niya, sister, no? So, ari na po ta karon sa kay Janice, ang atong pangutana, no, kaning rights of the deaf. Ako lang sigurong ipaklaro kay, sa una, I remember, dili daw, amot kung sayo po ko, kanang, dili daw sa tawgon o deaf. Murag rights of the hearing impaired. So, unsa may inchakto gyud nga, should be kanang ramiyun tang correct way of referring to them.
For all that we have awareness for the people, the hearing, and we also have the rights in United.
Okay.
Before we don't like na ipakall yung them.
Kana. Wala akong living
Kasi the
naman.
community use na
Yes.
completely the silence, inclusion. There are many problems. But we are like to be called as deaf, as with the big, a capital D.
Okay. So it's okay to call them.
Because now we have many more problems, and we have in the family, many abuse, and with the community, and not aware. Many deaf also not aware for their rights and their accessibility. We're very lacking. And me and Janice as a PADS advocate know that grow iyang kabalo na siya sa iyang mga rights.
Okay.
And she become empowered deaf.
Karon. Naa ba sila
Breaking the silence.
Naa sila yung grupo? Do they have a group? Oo.
Yes, have.
Okay.
She's also
Sa
from
PADS,
PADS.
oo.
She's the project officer for the Breaking the Silence
Ayun.
project.
So how many are you in the group? How many? Sa PADS?
She's been in the PADS for 5 years.
5 years. Pero dako ni sila nga. Many, that's good. So at least, nagrupo sila, no? So sa may, usa siguro na itong mapangutanay. So sa man usa sa mga pinakadako nila nga issue karon when it comes to their rights. Kaya like sa accessibility na aman to si Ma'am Adela. Sige. Okay.
Rights for the abuse.
Okay. Victims of abuse.
The province, not aware sa
Yan na atay.
mga rights sa them. Itago lang.
Okay.
The family, not know nga pwede sila maka-join sa liberty na community. Not allowed. Kasi lang sila ipatok, the more na silang mag-deaf them.
Okay, so
dili sila ipaginawan because dili sila katok. They are abused.
so walang susceptible sila sa abuse.
So, now 30 mga ngayon na nagkadaghan ang go out sa
okay.
from the abuse nga silent lang nila lang itago
Nag-report na sila.
maybe
Okay,
then naana siya nana sila. Janice is also working sa mga support nana sila yung mga ilan ang ato sa court table ng lapo-lapo, the same atong namatay na abuse, rape na death, no? Ilan ang paglaban. They are ongoing pa ang court.
Okay, ongoing.
For mga death. Kaya lupi ko no kaayo. No justice. So, they're fighting for the rights, for the abuse. And Bohol also have many no money. So, mabayaran na ang family because they have no money. And they forgot na lang ang rights sa death.
Okay.
So, they silent na lang sa ilang rights.
Are they working, is PADS working with an organization, another, that's helping them in their rights?
Yes, they have PADS.
Another, or naaba sila i-collaborate, i-coordinate?
Yes, they're working now with the PNP. They're training
okay.
some police. So
that's
that
good.
They will do. Last month, naghatag sa si Janice mga training sa mga
sa police ni siya
so
sa PNP.
sa mga help desk for the persons with disabilities, especially the deaf.
Because right now wala na siya. Ang kanang help desk right now sa police stations.
Okay, nag-start na ni ang together with the PADS, continue ang training sa mga police to understand mga basic sign language.
So
that ang mga deaf na access that yun.
Okay.
Mga PADS, na sila access ang mga...
So at least hibalo na ito na sila yung partnership karon ng PNP. How about sa schools? Unsa may ilaha sa mga eskwelahan?
We have also
partnership with the schools.
Now the current office is in Basak.
Okay.
First high school for the deaf.
First high school for the deaf. Wala ko, karon ko kadungog naatay
San Rio also.
Naapol.
We have the PADS also sponsor mga deaf children.
Okay.
School.
So it's a very active ilahang community.
Educate the speech sign language. Kaya yung mga bata, mga deaf na mga bata, dili kabalo sa mga sign language. So, the more sila nga susceptible sa abuse.
Okay. Usa po siguro no kay
Mga 32, 37 mga students.
37 students ang naka-enroll.
Oo, na-helpan sa
Natabangan nila. Okay. Usa po siguro ka-issue, I'm sure si Ma'am Adela would also agree with me, kay hinungdong ba mo sa unang, unsa itong TV station ang mag-news gani nga naay interpreter, ABS, na-continue ba na siya karon? Kabantay na, kay murag wala na ko nakakita nga naa na, no? But I know that that's supposed to be, it was started, I think ang sustainability lang siguro. Kay kami sa Kapihan, wala po may interpreter. Mag-listen mi ana nga, that's one issue I think that we should also consider, because this is supposed to be kay i-air one yun lamang ta sa Sky Cable, no? So we can look into that later. Sige. Sa iyahang.
Now, before have interpreters, but
karon wala na.
karon i-continue pa ang ABS-CBN. Oo.
They
In the future, ilang i-continue. But now, official for, they're waiting for the official na memo nga ma-approve.
Okay.
Wala pa man kung ma-approve karon.
I
Pero
see.
again, we are winning ang pods na mo-continue ana nga
advocacy na na-interpreter, no? Especially news and ang public affairs na program. Siguro my question now is for Suzette. Yeah? Yes, naa.
Oo, sa ano. Dili ka
Likod mo,
kabalo. Importante dito no ang naay
Interpreter, yes.
Walay access pod ana sa mga news, ang mga deaf.
Yes,
Walay gamay ra ang mga interpreters.
Because I remember sa una na about now, wala na na ako
Karon
nakita.
nagkagamay sa
Nagkagamay.
mga interpreters tungod kay lacking yun, kulang sa pod og interpreters.
And interpreters.
Kay syempre mag-work sila, busy sa ilang because wala po dito ay
Hindi man siya regular.
regular.
Okay, so, yes.
Now, maybe na ang deaf interpreter, few
Ang
na.
kulang. Oo po na usa ka issue, no?
Again, support ko.
We need more interpreters. So my question is,
advocacy sa
for you po, Suzette, kay, I have a kanang it used to be nga, one issue before was, muna, kulang interpreter, which is now we're learning, it's still an issue. Ikaduha siguro, asa man ang, like you are, nakay day job, nakay regular job. This is just a, kanang murag, an advocacy for you nga, mutabang ka nila. Pero, wala ba'y group mo ang interpreters? Do you have a parihanan pads for them sa inyuhan na amoy group for interpreters?
yes, with Sir GP nami group na, we are actually kanang nag-develop nami amo nang i-improve na ami mga training to improve our skills kay later on we know nga kaning ang ma-pass through na yun ang advocacy nga tanan nga aspect din sa kuana na interpreter like in the hospitals, in the any in the police station. So nagkadaghan sa nasa ginay sa Minister GP of train na mga interpreters kay nagkagamay man before then karon sa ginay ni balik.
So karon anyone who's interested, like kung naay maminaw nato karon or nagtanaw nga naatay mga interesadong mahimong interpreter, asa man sila mo ato for training.
The good question. Ang PADS have asa sila yung deaf na teacher, help sa deaf mag-teach yun siya. Yun. But for voice interpreting like what I'm doing now, is
Okay.
so focus, so hard,
Yes.
long pa. So maghatag may training on how to communicate. So kinahanglan man mo immerse ko daily with the deaf community. Kay voice, oo, heart, no. Na level 2, na level 9 sila training. Nasa sila yung mga module, giling mo ako ni ma'am. And Sir GP also, magkabalo na siya ani yung na yung module to how to train mga interpreters. But hard now.
Okay.
Hopefully, we can push through. Kaya daghan ng mga activities na mo come in, o mahiyaan. So, mag-group na karon ginahinay na ang group train na si JP also is just pag pa siya ni-abot gikan sa US kay dedicate. Then Janice will also leave for
so kinahanglan ang sustainability, I think, no? Pero they can go to pads kung kisa itong ganahan nga mo mag-interpreter, because the interpreting of it is not just it's a volunteer ka ba, you're giving back to the community to assist, to give them a voice. Like, kung muato sila sa mga fast foods, restaurants, do we have crews and staff dito who can understand them kung wala sila kauban na interpreter, di ba? So I guess ang interpreter should be, it's a need for them to function and become productive in the community. Just like sa imuha, Ma'am Adela, that you cannot go around without someone because you need someone good to be with you. Sige.
Example sa mga deaf, o communicate through writing. They can write.
Okay.
Because some also deaf, go sa hotel, sa mga restaurants, mga airport. Ang mga na-empowered na mga deaf, they use their rights good. Kasi ni Janice, you can travel good alone.
On her own. Okay. Yes.
That's why it's important na i-educate yun ang mga deaf sa sign language and their rights na how to mingle with the community, the hearing community.
Kung may organization like a hotel na ganahan magpa-train sa ilahang staff, no? Kay to improve their services for the sector, what can they do?
Yeah. The Shangri-La Hotel.
Okay.
They ask
Nagpa-train
pads,
sila. Okay.
yes.
So they can also tap pads for training. So katong mga nagnanagiya sa mga restaurants, no? Even all those who are in the frontline industry, when we say frontline industry, mga hotels, mga restaurants, mga resorts. So if you would like your staff, no, to improve your services, especially for inclusion, but to include, no, ato ang mga deaf, mga hearing impaired of your mga customers ninyo, then you can go to pads and ask for a training, no, sa inyong staff and crew. That's one way of improving your services, and also compliance na rin, no, for the inclusion na law. So at this time, I think hapit naman ta mo 12 noon time. So I'd like to open the floor for questions kung naay pangutana gikan sa atong mga kakaubanan sa media or kaning mga estudyante nga nato kauban dinhi karon. Feel free to ask. Use the congressional mics. So we call them congressional microphones. Kaya mura siya ka nang nasa Congress ba? O mga Speaker of the House. So if you have, this is your chance, no, to ask if you're interested to join, to what can you do for them if you want to help. You can ask. Kinsa may ato ang who would like to ask we have here UNTV. Hi Gladys, would you like to ask something? Ano ba mo interpreter sa inyong inyong mga public service programs? You have, okay, congratulations, no? Sa UNTV. Sige,
Because
guys.
we believe that they also have, of course,
Mm-mm.
a big role para mapaabot nato sa ila ang mga information exactly.
Ano, mga mensahe, no? Na-appeal sila. Napakaipamutan na Glads at ang mga pieces na time na to us. Sige. Or especially sa accessibility, kinaamay issue sila no, ni Ma'am Adela also sa when it comes to the government na side, no, na the Capitol and of course, one good news lang, I think probably po Ma'am Adela is that there has been improvements na anay nakita sila. And hopefully, napatay daghang industries na follow sa footsteps of Ramon Aboitiz Foundation, no? Accessible even the toilets, makita nato na they are very compliant niya. So probably, I know, kanimang good ato ang mga kauban sa media, ganahan mo is like exclusive. O niya later, mag-oo lagi sila pangutana. So probably the students, if you have questions that you'd like to ask na pwede ninyong you can also feel free to ask also, no, sa ato ang mga, of course, you tackle the rights of the mentally challenged na to and the accessibility ng mga issues. And sabi mo, there's a point, sabi I wish that Janice can talk because she's very passionate, no, and daghan siya ganahang isulti, no? And that's why important kaayo ang mga interpreter. So kung kamo diha interesado mong maging interpreter, you can just go to PADS. Is there a fee to undergo the training? Kani like the students if they want to become an interpreter, naabay sila bayaran?
Yes, yeah.
Training.
200.
2,000.
2,000.
For
For
12 modules.
12 modules. Now, how long is the kanang 12 modules?
2 months.
2 months. Okay.
But if one, kay different level,
Oo.
12 modules for
One level lang.
one
So just one level, 12 modules, 2 months na siya. Approximately 2 months ang spend niya. Okay.
If one pa long, 1,000, magka-lower
Magka-lower ang fees, ang price. Okay, that is, kay kami sa Kapihan, we might explore this unya, no? Kanang we tackle public service messages. So it's really important na ma-include nato, no? Ang pagpadala sa information nato, especially sa ato ang all sectors, inclusive, no? Ang inclusion sa community. So, probably to wrap up our forum, Adela, no? We can probably start with you kung sa ato ang mga closing statements. Sige, Adela.
Yes, I think I'd like to end this with an appeal. In behalf of the persons with disabilities, especially the mobility impaired, I would like to address sana a message to the architects, the contractors, mga laborers, mga workers. These are the key people who are responsible for, besides the owner, of course, no, of the building. But these are also the key people who are really going to make sure that the place is disabled friendly or not, and if it's correctly. Some people think it's disabled friendly enough to put a ramp, but it's not enough. And if you think you have all the grab bars and all the things in place, but if it's not correctly positioned, it's no good. So it even has to start. I was discussing with an architect yesterday, and he said, because we did the IEC, and he said it has to start even with the plumbing. If your plumbing is all in the wrong places, mamali na tanan. So it's going to be very difficult. They'll become more expensive. But if it's done right from the drawing table, down to the implementation, but it has to be, I have to call on the contractors also. Please supervise your people. Please follow the implementing guidelines of how universal design toilets should be executed, and including lavatories, because sometimes we cannot reach where we have to wash our hands, where we have to brush our teeth, especially in the hotels. The grab bars are very important, the vertical and the horizontal grab bars. We have now changed, we're now in the process of amending the accessibility law so that it's more responsive, more safe, more convenient to use for persons with mobility impairments. And so, but these architects, our contractors and workers play a key role because I don't want to single out capital, of course. No, there are many other establishments which I would rather not name na lang. Okay, there are so many because they have also made efforts, but they will get it right in one cubicle, and the next cubicle and the next cubicle is all wrong again. No, so that has been the challenge, and I'm very frustrated about it. I'd also like Sana to call on the City Hall. They're building the Cebu City Medical Center. There is already the Biofree Tourism Ordinance that includes hospitals for medical tourism. Let's hope that they will, the Office of the Building Official will also implement the accessible designs for universal design for the new government hospital, so that everybody can enjoy the ease of these facilities. Thank you very much.
Teka, nalapi additional, no, quickly lang, Ma'am Adela. How about, because I know na ang MCIA, ang
Yes.
airport nato have been undergoing
Yes.
a lot of renovations and changes when it comes to accessibility.
Yeah,
now.
thank you for mentioning that. The MCIAA really called me to do the technical guidance for them, which I did. I do these things for free. I'm not given any fee, okay? But I'm just very happy if they allow me to do the volunteer work of providing technical guidance, just so everything gets done right, and there's no useless puncturing of the wall because the grab bar was mistakenly installed there, and sometimes the grab bar goes all the way to the floor, and you get sort of a lot of stupid ways of how it's being implemented, and which really renders a place completely useless. But the Cebu International Airport has really followed our requirements, and I'm very happy with what they've done. And hopefully we also did the same to the Philippine Port Authority, and hopefully Bohol also. The Bohol has also called us for that. So hopefully, actually the ordinance text, I've been wanting to share it with all PWDs nationwide because the ordinance is already a given. All you have to do is change the signatures.
Yes.
No? The technical requirements are already there. It's already there. So, and even the rationale is already there. But sad to say, mahina ang pick up. They just don't get it. So sometimes I come up with the conclusion that maybe the Philippines is really not that accessible because the PWDs mismo don't really care about it. No, only a chosen few will even fight for it. They will not, because walang pa nila empowerment.
No?
Yeah, and they don't see the connection between employment and accessibility. They don't see the connection between education and accessibility.
And even siguro with Ma'am Adela, the parents themselves, the members of the family, because they're very critical when it comes to empowering the PWD na members sa ilaha, because they have a magikan sa ilaha ang encouragement and the confidence.
And not only that, it's also the culture that's a drawback. Our culture, because we unlike Singaporeans, for example, and the Japanese, they're very independent-minded. They don't like to go places with a companion. Unlike us Filipinos, we go in rows, at least 2, 3. But because of that, people in the establishment owners will say, really, bita na mag-inusarag, ari, naganta na po yun. So do you think, wala na kinang accessibility? So that cultural perception alone is, for me, a big hindrance to implementing accessibility.
So that's something that, again, that's a change of attitude, no? It's one of the behavioral change, is one of the kind of change that takes a long time.
Yes, and the culture mismo nga, kaya magutang ka grabbar din nga, pwede na na. Masusuan na kontak, pwede na na. That's wrong. It goes back to our work ethic, our culture. Good. Something's wrong with our culture. In Japan, they standardize everything. If this is the law, this is how you do it. Everybody follows, no questions asked. Singapore is the same. No questions asked. They just do it. I think Korea is also the same. Philippines, lahi man good. Naibalaod. Pwede di lang sa inani. Pwede exempted lang sa Miss Balaod. Tawag sa ako mayor, pwede tawag sa co-sponsor. This has happened.
That's true.
This has happened. The person applying for business permit tries to call a councilor, tries to call the mayor of Manawe, tries to see how can I get over this requirement. The corruption actually is not in government, it's actually in the private sector. Because they're the ones who want to bribe, but they don't want to comply.
So the practice continues because palayo.
The culture is the biggest enemy of accessibility.
But at least, no, Ma'am Adela, probably ang naaanin ka ng mga like MCIA, there are already kaning mga public transportation na to kay Bomangin na ang inakanako po na critical po siya sa inyong advocacy ba. And we're glad to know na MCIA has already taken steps.
Yes,
no?
and I'm very grateful to the management of MCIA.
Yes, oo. And of course, thank you, Ma'am Adela. Closing parting statement nato, sister.
Okay. I would like also thanks for this opportunity, especially for the RAFI, because we are also a beneficiary. So actually, the Aboitis family, the one who built our center in Talamban. But we call that is San Jose, Barangay San Jose.
Barangay San Jose, okay.
Cebu City.
So, may gininata tayo sa RAFI karon, no? Oo, it's a very good, na timing. And of course, thank you. Sige, sister,
I would like also to say to all the parents and the families, especially the relatives, to understand and to support, especially the mentally challenged.
Yes.
Because they need us, our love, our care, and our compassion. Especially to the Oray organization, I would like also to thanks this opportunity as a being also guest.
Na-instant tawag si sister. Sige, thank you, sister. And of course, from Janice and Suzette, parting statement.
I said thank you for inviting me here to be able to tell about our group, the past. We in the past will stand against all the abuse, and we stand for the rights for all the death, the sexual abuse, the violence in the family, in education, and our problem in the society. I would like to inform all that I will be going to USA this coming July 30 to represent the PWD, especially the death for the women in the international for training, and she hoped that when she come back, she can share the ideas that she will learn to echo to the deaf community. Janice will represent the Philippines in the Oregon, USA.
Congratulations. Coming from Cebu. Congratulations. And we look forward to probably coordinating with PADS also for So makita lang nato nga kulang gyud ako sa kaoras sa ato ang discussion for especially sa PWD sector, and we would like before we end, yes, Adela, go ahead.
Yeah, Ms. Rachel, I would like to really thank you in behalf of ORAI for giving us this time slot. May I ask our President Reza to join us?
In behalf of ORAI, Organization of Rehabilitative Advocates for Inclusion, that includes the students, there is a certificate of appreciation.
Okay, sige ma'am.
Is given to Philippine Information Agency 7 for hosting sa Kapihan the rights of persons with disabilities in observance of the 38th National Disability Prevention and Rehabilitation Week, given this day, 20th day of July, at the Eduardo Abuetes Development Study Center, Cebu City, signed by Adela, she's my Vice President, and myself, Lourdes Diaz.
Thank you, ma'am.
And congratulations to my student, Janice. She graduated at the University of Southern Philippines, let's say, education student.
Yun, yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. It's always a pleasure, no, Ma'am Adela?
Thank you very much.
Thank you also because it's always a pleasure sa PIA to facilitate, to provide a venue for discussion when it comes to kaning public service nga mga messages that need to be announce to the public. No? So of course at this point, I would like to thank, I'd like to thank Sky Cable, I'd like to thank the Ramon Avoidance Foundation Incorporated for providing atong venue sa atong Kapihan, and hopefully you will come back, tune in again sa DYMR and sa Sky Cable for next week's Kapihan sa PIA, which will be done at the Department of Science and Technology for the National Science and Technology Month next week. So sa tanang ni Ari karon, salamat ug sa tanang naminaw ug nagtan-aw nato may butag natong tanan.